the 1% was often quiet. You know what I mean? Like, I remember this one girl, like the girl I'm actually talking about. We're actually friends to this day, right? And she actually hit me up on Facebook or whatever. And she was just like, "Hey, you remember when you tried to give me that what was it fucking Beanie Baby?"
Oh, okay.
It was like the Princess Diana version. So this shit might have been worth some money now if she was smart enough, right?
Yeah.
So she was like, "You tried to give me this Beanie Baby.
Solid investment.
And you had that nice handwritten letter in there about telling me about your feelings and everything like that. And I didn't take it because, I was scared about what my mom would say about me having a boyfriend. And, at the time, I really couldn't have done it, right?"
Yeah.
So it's like she was that 1%. So I'm thinking like, all right, well, she's too conservative or she's too unavailable at this 7th grade juncture. So
that was a smooth move though. Beanie Baby and
you
little.
You want to get in there?
Yo. Little note with some feelings in it.
It was a time, and it was the Princess Diana joint. Yeah. I knew what I was doing. Like, man, I don't know how much that was. Honestly, it was probably like $12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something cheap, but I had it in a nice little bag. Shouts out to her.
I mean, that was basically you were like showed up with the present of like stock futures.
Yeah, like I gave her an NFT.
Yeah,
like, she had no foresight, and that's her fault.
Yeah, smart class my ass.
Smart class my ass.
Yeah, she knows nothing about economy.
Obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, women are notoriously bad with money. Yeah. Or should I say beanie babies?
Beanie Babies. Yeah, I knew a lady with like a wall sack. You remember those like wall sacks where you put your stuffed animals? Mm-hmm. Like, it was like a net, fill them up. A wall sack.
I've never heard them called a wall sack, though.
I never either.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, and then I was like, I don't know.
But it's a wall sack.
I'm glad it was clarified because I was picturing wall testicles.
You're not wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like, like truck nuts? Talking about truck nuts?
Am I that far off though? No.
And now the more I think about it, it was a net though, right?
It was a net.
It was a net. And then, so she had a walls. But you can't, that's not a good way to keep Beanie Babies.
It's a terrible way to keep Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Even worse is all of the ones that she had were the useless ones. Because, at the end of Beanie Babies, it was like 7.
Yeah.
7 that were worth thousands. And then the rest of them were worth like the $3 you spent.
Yes.
Yeah, this strikes me as a woman who has a bunch of crumbled up $2 bills in her purse. Just paying for stuff in like wads of crumpled up $2 bills.
It is money.
All right. Yeah, let's start this podcast.
Two Jack Bros.
Welcome back to Two Jack Bros. And if it is your first time, thank you to you. Welcome as well. Thank you for giving us a shot. I am Sidney. I am sitting next to Ansley.
Hello.
And today our guest is none other than the Courtney Reynolds.
Hello.
What is up? Yeah, I forgot to call you the champ. Are you okay with that?
No, I'm not.
Super humble.
My bad.
Super humble.
The champ is to my right.
There we go.
And just Courtney Reynolds.
Yeah,
to my left.
now that feels shitty. Now I feel like I want to fight her. You know what I mean?
All right.
No.
No. Verbal contracts are legally binding in the state of Pennsylvania.
The comfort in your voice told me, fuck it. It's like, okay, fight my wife.
Please do. Please do. Man. So, Courtney, do you know what we do on this podcast? You have any idea?
Absolutely not. I've seen clips.
Okay.
I know who you are, so I assumed there wasn't going to be anything going up my butt,
Uh-oh. You know?
The way y'all look is terrifying. He's like, he doesn't watch it for real.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Lock the door.
That is so unfortunate. That was your only concern. Yeah. So basically what we do on this podcast, the whole premise is to prove that you can have any type of sense of humor and still reach enlightenment, right? Mm-hmm. So what we do is we take our guest, who is you, through the process of enlightenment so that the people watching can laugh their way to a higher consciousness. And Ansley and me too, because we don't do this process. We just mock the people that do.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm in the right headspace.
All right, hell yeah. So basically everybody gets the same questions.
Okay.
Right? And Ansley, let's get it started.
Yes. So, Courtney, what situation or event did you learn the most information from?
Oh man, I almost drowned. Honestly, I probably can't say I learned anything because I almost drowned like 7 times. Like 7 individual years apart times. But the last time I almost drowned was I was like kind of playing around on the edge of a pool, right? Mm-hmm. And I know I can't swim, and I was at my friend's house, and it was like an 8-foot pool. So it's not the worst scenario, but it's 8 feet. And I'm like playing around like, I'm going to jump. I'm like on the diving board. And I felt this toe, the pointer toe, cramp while I was on the diving board. Whole leg gave out, and I fall in the pool. And I got down, I bounced to the bottom of the pool, jumped up, and I'm like, I can't swim. My friends are like, oh, he's just fucking around. He's just playing. He's just joking.
Yeah.
Probably 2, 3, 4 bounces before my boy came and jumped and got me out the pool and everything like that. So what I learned is
okay. Well, can we ask some questions first?
Yeah.
Why were you on the diving board?
I'm an asshole. Like I was literally just trying to be funny. Like I was teasing, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna jump. I ain't gonna really jump. I'm gonna jump. I ain't really gonna jump. And then that third time, my body like cramped on that short stop.
Yeah.
On the edge of the thing, and my toe just cramped up. I flinched. Splash.
Okay. Is there a reason though that people would have been tuning in to the potential of you jumping in a pool? Because a human person jumping in a pool isn't that exciting.
Honestly, now that you say that, absolutely not. There's no reason. It wasn't a barbecue. It was just me and my homie in his backyard pool. I don't even really think I think he was swimming. Mm-hmm. But we weren't like doing anything special. But he was on the outside of the pool. And I had been in the pool during the day, and I had walked over to the deep end, standing on the diving board. And I'm just like, see, I probably had told him, like, I can't swim.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like fucking around. A therapist is going to have to get that out of me. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
But sure as hell, pinky toe cramped up and I fell in the water.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for this juncture?
Well, it's 7 times almost drowning seems like a lot of times that you spend around and in water without learning to swim. Have you attempted to learn to swim?
I did. I remember my mother, probably after my second or third time almost drowning. My mom.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. They're like, let's put this boy in a class. So we did like a YMCA class, and I don't really remember being great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then even like in middle school, or maybe in like 4th or 5th grade, like elementary school, like they make you do a swimming class. Mm-hmm. I didn't even fuck around because at that point I'm at like 5 or 6. You know what I mean? Times drowning. So I didn't even fuck around.
You got a medical exemption from the class?
They're like, do you want to try? I'm just like, nah. This 3 feet is very, dangerous. I don't want to trek out into 10 and 13. This Olympic-sized pool that we have in my middle school, apparently.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so they would like, are you sure? I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I would do my laps right here in the 3 feet. I can do whatever thing you need me to do, but that was it.
Do you know how to swim now?
No.
Okay. How do you think you swim?
Badly.
No. Well, no, you do swim badly, for sure. Yeah. But what I'm asking you is, how do you think humans swim?
Okay, all right. I'm assuming you can't have your hands like that, right? So it's like this is where I start all the time.
So all his fingers are together
all the time,
like a web person.
Yeah, like a duck would, So
okay.
So it's the most surface space to catch the water.
You look like you're trying to like tiptoe across water with your hands.
I am oaring. These are oars.
Ooh,
right?
Okay.
And I'm the boat. These are the oars, and I'm trying to do that. And then I got the feet. Those are rudders. And I just kind of kicked them bitches.
I mean, it doesn't sound too off.
No.
How is that not working for you?
How, like every time you fell in, or all these 7 times near drowning, were you all clowning, like near the edge of a pool and like cramped and fell in?
The last time was me fucking around. Okay. Actually, yeah, some of it was me fucking around. Like,
yeah.
I was walking under the water, and I didn't notice that it had a dip. So I'm walking in the 3-foot spot, and I'm like, ha, 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 ha. And then I go to stand back up, and it's 6 feet of water, and I'm 9.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I had to have this guy come scoop me out of the water. That was Orlando. No.
So you've almost drowned in exotic locales.
Actually, yes.
All across the country.
I've almost drowned in Jamaica, Orlando, the Poconos. I almost fell down a well. I don't know if I count that, but I do.
Yeah.
I almost fell down a
Yeah,
well.
you would have died for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
I got stopped by some pricker bushes.
Wow. Like you were in the well.
I was gone. Like, all right, so the well's like here, right? My track went like this, doom, 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 rolling. My body just rolling. And then like right here, some pricker bushes were around the well. They kind of like stopped me.
Yeah.
Right at the lip of the well.
Okay.
This is Jamaica too. So it's not like there's like a fire department.
Yeah. That's just one less Jamaican.
You know, just one less Jamaican. And I wasn't even fully documented. So
Just like he was never here.
he was never here.
Courtney, who?
Yeah. So many Courtneys in Jamaica.
So okay, so what did you learn?
Yo, you gotta know
How to swim?
No. You don't have to know how to swim.
You do have to know how to swim.
You need to
Courtney,
know your
you almost
limits.
drowned 7 times.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I
You're
guess
right.
who's never been on a boat since.
That is also fair.
That's also kind of a lie. But I was working. They had to pay me to get on that boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay. So you know your limits.
I know my limits, and I know not to like play with things that I'm afraid of. Right, like even like we do our drugs and stuff like mushrooms and stuff like that. I remember the first time I did mushrooms, I was just like, I know my one fear in life is like knives and needles and stuff like that. Putting all the knives out the way, even so I can't even play with myself. You know what I mean? So know my fears, know my limits, and kind of walk around them.
Wait, pause. You play with yourself with knives?
Well, I look if I was my first time on mushrooms. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Fair.
So I'm like, what? Maybe I might take the knives out and start whip, and then freak myself out. I really didn't know what to expect.
I mean, that is true. I mean, all the cool things that you've ever seen done with a knife, you might attempt on mushrooms.
I did Tai Chi my first time on mushrooms. Like literally was just in my underwear in a window in the sun, just like. I don't do Tai Chi, but it felt like Tai Chi.
You were right to put away the knives. Like
that. Dude, yeah. Knives, rubber bands.
Yeah, you need to stick to like an internal martial art
Man.
as much as possible. That is all right. You know your limits, which is what 3 feet of water.
I mean, I'm a G. You know what I'm saying? I'll dabble in 6.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I can at least, at worst case scenario, tippy toe and bounce. You know?
Yeah, because you're tall. You're tall
I'm
enough.
6 foot.
Yeah.
So at least that's my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can at least, and then kind of make my way back to 5.5. You know what I mean? Before anybody notices I almost died.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 times almost drowning and still won't learn how to swim.
No.
What he learned from that is stay out of the water.
Stay out of the water.
Yeah, the deep water.
Yeah.
Not all the water.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Can't have
I
too much fun.
don't even like go to like beaches and like pool parties. Like I don't know. I love to take my shirt off, but I have no opportunities because I don't go to pool parties. So every time I take my shirt off, it's like obnoxious. You know what I mean? I can never find a good time.
Yeah, you're a big shirts for skins guy.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, let's do it. Woo! Dibs on skins.
Oh, you want to play Words with Friends against me?
So nobody wants to take their shirt off.
Nice. I love it. All right. So that was just our icebreaker question, Courtney. Now we're going to go into opening up your chakras from the bottom chakra up. The reason why Ansley and I reacted with each other earlier is because the first chakra is located right around the butthole area. Are you okay with that?
See, this is what I be talking about, bro. I just be saying yes to motherfuckers. Yeah, I do your podcast.
Yeah, dude, for somebody who has such strict limits,
Yeah?
you should be doing research.
Man. The fucked up thing is the only thing on my rider is no butt stuff. And then here we are. First
Yeah.
question. Second question.
Yeah, well, the Patreon takes place in a pool. Are you cool with that?
Try to drown me. It's some shit up my ass. Well, do you want to get in Hollywood or not?
All right, Ace. I think that was consent. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, Courtney, how did you learn to overcome fear? Jump back in the pool.
I mean,
it took 7 tries, but I finally overcame it.
I don't think I've really overcome a fear of like I feel like water and like heights are my 2 fears. Heights I can overcome.
Mm-hmm.
I get over that because if you're so high, there's really nothing you can do. Something goes wrong, it's it. Like I think I could do the zip lining and the what's it called, the bungee jumping or the airplane jumping or whatever it is. I think I could do that. But if somebody was like, "Do you want to take this scuba gear and go underwater?" I'd be like, "Fuck no."
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I think I can conquer the fear of like heights, which is, just kind of being comfortable in the moment and knowing that I have like this sick, like whatever's supposed to be is going to be, you know what I mean? And if something bad is supposed to happen, it's going to happen. But if I'm up here doing this bungee jumping type of event, the numbers tell me most likely I'm going to be fine. How many planes go up and come down safely? What is it, like a 2%?
I don't have those statistics.
It's like 2% of planes like crash. So fuck me if I'm on that 2%. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that helps me kind of overcome like fear or doubt.
Okay, so what about fear in general? So not necessarily like a specific fear like heights or water, but just like day to day
numbers.
Oh, you're a numbers guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what's the probability of me getting mugged? You know what I mean? Granted, me counting my steps or whatever, or, matters. Me making sure I'm not in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But what's the chances that the mugger on Fifth Street is here for me? There's 100,000 people on Fifth Street. You know what I mean? Why are they here for me? So why should I be walking around with that fear? So that fear gets canceled out. Now, when I get mugged, we can bring that fear back to the forefront and make it a constant concern. But until then, why worry?
Yeah, most muggers are looking for easy prey.
Yeah.
Right? They're not looking for a 6-foot black guy.
I do take that into my advantage. I look like I could fuck somebody up, but I have never been punched in the face. So it's like, I don't know. I could be easy pickings, but also, I don't look like it.
Yeah, you got to be careful of that one mugger that's looking to challenge himself for the day.
All right, so beat that. I actually had one dude in the Bronx take a swing on me, and it was a crazy homeless dude, right? So I'm walking back to the train. I had just gone to like my first audition ever. Nailed it.
Yeah.
All right. Guess when I went to that first audition and I'm feeling good walking back to the train, I see this dude like kind of walking and it's nice and hot outside, but he's got like a bubble on, like Tim's, big shoes, whatever.
Did you go skins immediately?
I was just like, let's go. So he's walking in my direction. I'm like, I'm chilling. And this dude literally cocks back and swings on me. Literally just misses my beard. I duck it. Yeah. And then I go, no, I'm not going to engage this. I kind of just walk backwards and then walk back around him. I see him walk into the street, pick up a trash can, throw it into the street, and then continue to scream down the street. So he was just a random crazy person.
He was just wreaking havoc.
So so put it like that. In my mind, that's my 1%.
There you go.
What is the chances that happened twice?
Well, I mean, you might have 6 more times you have to worry about.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, I guess it's a numbers game. That shit just kind of keeps me at peace.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
That makes sense. That absolutely works. Fear chakra unlocked.
It's a freeway down there.
Yeah. See, that wasn't that bad.
It was easy.
We're out of the butthole now.
I'm going to call my girl. Hey, you know what? We can do it. File your nails, baby.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to feel like this. But yeah.
This is nothing like what Sidney did. What? Nothing.
Ace?
Yes.
Let's get to the next chakra.
All right, we're at the pelvis chakra now. So, Courtney, this is a segment we like to call My Bad. So it's an opportunity for you to apologize to a person, place, or thing in order to set your karma back to neutral.
Oh, man.
We just got done doing Courtney's Patreon episode, and boy, did it get dirty.
Filthy.
Had no idea it was going to get that dirty, but it did, and it was fun. Courtney, did you have a good time?
I did have a good time.
Holy shit.
I feel like I might have like changed our relationship.
What do you think? You made me come?
Find out on the Patreon. That's a tease if I ever seen
Yeah,
it.
that's a pretty good teaser. Yeah, and that's $1, by the way. It gets you all of our exclusive content on the Patreon, which not only includes the counter to this podcast, which we call Two Jack Bros After Dark, where we enlighten our guest shadow self, but we also do some fight commentary and analysis on Ansley's Jiu Jitsu matches. Whether she wins or loses, we put it out there. Also, check out Nightcap Comedy every Thursday at Helium as soon as this Philly's Funniest contest is done over the summer. Every Thursday night. It's a great time. You'll love it. And
Drink with us.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, definitely. I show up even if I'm not performing, although they do try to make me perform. I try to come up and hang out, but they make me get on. That's neither here nor
I
there.
was about to say, he's like 9 for 10.
Yeah, neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. But, so yeah, now we're going to get back to this episode and find out who or what Courtney has to apologize to.
Who can I apologize to? Who do I want to apologize to? You guys give no criteria on this, do you?
Mm-mm.
Could you imagine if we did give criteria on who you should
We
apologize
spoke to your
to?
family, and we
Yeah.
really think
Yeah, come on out. Come
your
on.
mom
Just
deserves an
like-
apology. Your neighbor deserves an apology. Pick one. Just one. We have time for 3.
Yeah.
Damn. Who can I apologize to? All right. So I work at a couples resort, and I do like comedy and like activities and games and stuff like that. And sometimes a lot of old people, but sometimes I'm asked to do a little bit more like raunchier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like when you're working blue, there's a line, that you don't cross.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this one weekend that I am for sure that I crossed the line every chance I could get. Like I was literally saying pussy on the mic.
Yeah.
At a very loud, and there's like old people around. And I could tell there was this one lady, I don't know her name, I don't know who she was, but she was so disgusted. Like she was like cringing at the thought of me. And I was just like, I couldn't get out of that mode.
Yeah.
So I'd like to apologize for ruining her weekend.
You drowned her in pussy.
Yeah, I drowned her in pussy at a pussy resort. And she was just like, too much pussy. Too much.
Yeah, she didn't know her limits. Or
She
maybe
did.
she maybe
Yeah,
she,
maybe she did.
I think she did.
She thought she knew what she came for. She got way too much. Pussy.
Okay. What kind of old lady was it? Like,
It's an old black lady too. All right, so now I really feel bad.
yeah.
Because she looks like someone in my family. So
Yeah.
it's like she's disgusted and embarrassed. Because black honest people, they have like, you're supposed to uplift us and make us look good type shit. And there's like a bunch of white people in the crowd, and I'm doing what would appear to be dishonoring my ancestors. Like it wasn't good. Like I even like the next week, I think there was a complaint that came in. Like somebody sent a review, and I'm like, if it wasn't her, it should have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I even looked at my GM. And I was like, no. I was wilding. I was wilding this weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend was bad. I don't know why I was in such a weird funk, and I'll come back better next week. I won't be so wild.
Okay. Do you remember what the specific complaint was?
Lewd cussing, and she had never been so offended in her life. It's the classics.
Yeah.
The huge.
Man, that's tough. If you put an old black lady in a situation where she had never been so offended in her life, like she probably made it through the civil rights movement.
She did. She did. She had been hit with 72 hard R's in her life, but never did she
gracious.
dream that this young black man would be screaming about pussy and his genitals.
All right. So whoever you are out there,
Yeah, Susan or whoever.
would you want to apologize?
Hey, I'm really sorry. I mean, I promise you, if you had a granddaughter that was hot, I would have never said those things, because then you would have, been able to hook me up and all that other type of shit. But I'm sorry. I am sorry.
I don't know if that's an apology.
Yeah, it's not.
If you had a granddaughter that was hot, I wouldn't have done it.
You gotta speak from the heart, baby. If I had known there would be consequences, like I almost got in trouble behind that. So
Yeah, I'm not here to judge a man's heart. You're right. I hope she accepts that apology.
Take it or leave it.
Somewhere in the universe, she's accepting that apology.
Yeah.
All right, Ace. Let's keep it going.
All right, we're to the gut chakra.
Guts.
So, Courtney, how do you move past disappointment either in yourself or in loved ones?
What's that DMX line where he says,
Talk is cheap, motherfuckers.
he says,
Hell is hot.
he said something to the effect of, I trust people to be who they are. You know what I mean? I don't get disappointed when somebody falters or something like that. So it's like, if Sidney and I are friends and Sidney knows I am often late, right? It would be crazy for him to like go through the roof every time I'm late. You know what I mean? If you accept me as a friend, all right, this is some shit you got to deal with. Now, there's obviously going to be a line where you find some shit you don't want to deal with, and then we're not friends. You know what I mean? Because then I'm a person that's putting you some shit you don't want to deal with. I'm not a good friend. But I don't know. I don't really. It's hard for me to get disappointed in people, and part of that is probably like some deeper therapy level shit. Like my dad never came to my basketball games type shit.
Yeah.
But the disappointments waned as I realized there was more priorities he had. One, I wasn't really playing. Two, you know what I mean? So it's like disappointment turned into reasoning. You know what I mean? So I guess a better way is I make reasons for people. You know what I mean? So I falter from disappointment, even in myself, which may not be as good, because then reasons for yourself tend to be excuses. But
So were you getting in for garbage time?
Nah, bro.
You were deep on the bench?
Deep.
You were drowning on the bench?
Drowned on JV's bench, bro. It was. Let's just talk about it, all right? Like I ain't whack. Like I was all right.
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Because Ansley likes to make a note
I was thinking it. I wasn't going to say
every
it.
time we have a black guest and the topic turns to basketball.
I had no problem being a statistic. Here we are.
The numbers. Just playing the numbers.
I have the data here. She just wrote it down. It's like, another one.
Yeah.
Eric Terrell's coming next week.
I think, ironically,
Only one that didn't talk about basketball.
Eric Terrell was the only black person that didn't bring up basketball was Eric Terrell.
That is a different podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell us about this.
Without going too far, man.
Yeah.
Like, I was like at 5'9" in high school for the most part, like 5'9", 5'10". They had me playing power forward.
Okay.
Because I could jump real high.
Yeah.
But then you can't really do nothing if the other guy is 6'5".
That makes a difference.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I was a useless power forward. Even if I was a coach using me as a power forward, I'm like, where do I put you?
Yeah.
So there was even that. I'm reasoning for this fucking coach. You know what I mean? It's just like, looking back, I'm like, where would I have played unless he had opened his eyes and been like, all right, I'm gonna play this kid at guard, as a small guard, as a big guard. I mean,
yeah.
Then we can see what happens.
Well, Courtney, you obviously couldn't dribble well enough.
No, I could not.
Or you would have been.
No,
you would have not been a power forward.
Couldn't dribble until 10th grade.
Yeah.
But that's neither hither nor thither.
Also, I want to put an asterisk next to your explanation, because one of the few comedians who showed up to this podcast not late. I have to give that to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And also, I like the answer for how he deals with disappointment in others, which is he doesn't expect people to not be who they are.
Yeah. It can save a lot of people a lot of heartache.
Yeah. And what about yourself? How do you deal with disappointment in yourself?
I mean, I ain't dead yet, so there's like opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I didn't get this comedy show, or I didn't get this festival or something like that.
Yeah.
Festival's not going away. Or there will be another festival. You know what I mean? Like, or there will be another show, or there will be another girl, there will be another layup, there will be another anything. There's always another. So it's like dealing with or sitting in it too long doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah. That's also a great answer for dealing with disappointment in yourself. Mm-hmm. I ain't dead yet.
I ain't dead yet, baby. I can literally do everything I want to do. I can do again someday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything I've ever done, I can do it again.
I ain't dead yet. That's awesome.
I ain't dead yet, motherfucker.
All right. Definitely a gut chakra unlocked. Oh, popped. We're popping them now.
Yeah. Were you going to ask your follow-up question?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So usually in this section, I like to ask this question, which is whether through sports or some sort of performance art, is there a singular disappointment that you still think about sometimes?
All right. See, this is the setup. This is how niggas come over here and start talking about basketball. This is it. This is why. So now I'm going to say a name because he doesn't follow me. So we were playing intramural basketball, and I hit Eric Marin with a crazy pass, one of these, like through the air, jumped from the foul line, ripped around my back of my head, hit him in stride in the corner for an open three. He pump faked and drove middle. I wanted to kill him. But besides that, no. Philly's funniest, coming in second.
Yeah.
That shit kills me sometimes, I'm not going to lie. Just coming in second.
Yeah.
I would much rather come in last.
Well, says the person who came in second.
Touche.
It's really easy to say when you came in second.
It's easy to say it. I said it easy. Things.
What this basketball player though, was he a knockdown shooter?
Yeah, he was a shooter, bro.
Yeah,
he was a shooter at the time. He was even, some would say, a jack. So even in the moment, it felt like he was like, not giving you this assist. I'm like, yo, finish the fucking play.
Yeah, like at that point, you don't even need him to make it.
Just put it up.
Just shoot the shot.
Put it up. That was an amazing pass. It hit him in the hand, in the pocket. Pump fake, drove middle, not even baseline to the basket, to the middle to reset the play. I'm just like, what was that?
Did he get an assist off that play?
No, I think we ended. I mean, you already know I checked out for the rest of that play. So now it's 4-on-5. Fuck you guys. So yeah, I think it was a turnover shortly after.
I think we're kind of getting to the bottom of why Courtney didn't get in the games.
Yeah. Boy, I hit you with a pass. I'm trying to sub you out. If you ain't shoot it.
A lot of throwing his hands up and walking away.
That was in tryouts.
Nice. All right. Gut chakra unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
It's popped.
You're right.
Yes.
We're popping them. Ace, keep it moving.
All right, we're to the heart chakra now. So, Courtney, what have you learned from grief?
From grief. It lingers. It's not something that goes away even when you think it's gone. Obviously when you think of grief, you think of death, or maybe the death of a relationship or something like that. And it's like, man, I remember times where, I thought I was totally fine about, say, my grandfather passing.
Mm-hmm.
And then something happened and now I'm crying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it lingers. And sometimes that's okay. And sometimes it's just kind of tough.
It's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you when your grandpa passed?
This was recently. I was 31.
Wait, how old are you now?
34.
You were 31 with a living grandparent?
I still got one more left.
Wow.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Jamaicans,
Awesome.
baby.
Not as wild for the black community.
No, it's not. Jamaicans. I mean, like, my grandpa was, if he wasn't 90, he was almost 90.
Yeah.
My grandma died a little early. She was like 70-some or early 70s. My grandmother, she lives in London. I don't know how old she is, but she's old.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like 30, I guess, is when people around their 30s. Because I had a grandparent way
Yeah,
late,
you did. Yeah.
like into my, like close to 40.
Yeah.
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 My mom she became a grandmother at the age of 31.
Dang.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have left you home. It seems
wasn't
like it's
by
her fault.
Yeah, no, so my niece is 32 and my mom's just like in her 60s. So
Yeah.
Your mom's like my mom's age then.
yeah,
It's crazy. My mom's not 70. My mom's 64, 5.
yeah, but that's like she's still like 40 something years older than you.
30 plus, yeah.
They're 30 plus years older. Like that's like
Considerable, yeah.
yeah. Like my mom and I are in the same age demographic.
Yeah. Y'all listen to the same music.
Yeah, we check the same box on forums. Her and my sister especially. My sister was her first kid, but it's but yeah. So grief, it lingers, and then how do you deal with that? Just before we move on, I just want to make sure we covered all bases on this section. But the fact that it lingers, how do you deal with that?
I don't know if I deal with it, but like I sit in it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like one of the most impactful losses I had was my grandma when I was like 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like anytime I would feel that feeling of heaviness, I would like sit in it. Like not in a bad way, like I'm like cutting myself, but like I'm like allow that to wash over me, allow that to kind of run its course. If I got 18 tears because of that, let all 18 roll type shit, So
He really is a numbers guy.
yeah. Hey, really am. I really am.
I didn't know you could count tears.
Yo,
it's just like one tear.
it's like 1, 2. I have a book. I noted it down. It's like that's 18. Damn, I really miss her.
Yeah.
So just kind of let it all happen rather than fighting it and putting it off. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if that's right, but it feels healthy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it feels like if you fight it and put it off, now you're gonna have to deal with. Back to the numbers. All right, I got hit with 1. Now I fight it and put it off. Now I put that 1, and it's gonna come back as 2. I fight that, put it off. Now it's gonna come back as 3. Now I fight that, put it off. Before you know it, it's coming back as 10, and I can't fight a 10. But I can fight these ones. You know what I mean? And kind of put them to the side and say, all right, I've dealt with that. So even though it's lingering, it keeps on coming back. I'm defeating these ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Also, at the same time, I guess if you're a person that can't swim, you're counting your tears.
Yo, it only takes a teaspoon. All right. I was crying on my back one time. I was like, oh! This is dangerous. Why are you crying on your side?
That is a chakra pop. That's a hard chakra pop. I like those answers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely something that people could probably hear and use in their life. Right? So, Ace, keep moving.
All right. We're to the throat chakra. So, Courtney, what's a favorite lie you have told or that you tell? Extra karmic points if it's still in rotation.
Man, do I even want to let this one go?
Yes. We want you to.
A classic lie that I tell. I'm trying to think. I was about to be a dick. That's just being funny. All right, well, I don't really tell this lie anymore.
Dude, if I find out that you can swim.
Man. Oh, that I started my master's. Yeah. I usually tell people that I have started I never started a master's.
You thought about it hard though. No? I didn't even really.
It just sound good.
Didn't even Google it.
Nah, I think I might have like put in at like Widener or some shit like that. But no, absolutely not. Never considered it. But I feel like I definitely tell like jobs that, so they think there's a upward reaching person in their midst versus
Gotcha.
I'm complacent. I'm happy. I'm done.
So wait, I need a little explanation on this lie. When you say when you tell people that you started your master's, does that also come with the information of you for sure didn't finish it, or that you're currently in the process of getting it?
I let that linger. I mean, they never really question it, bro. I don't know why, but I kind of just say like, yeah, I started my master's. Sometimes I'll even say like I started an MBA. Like this was what business I was working for, I don't remember, but I was like trying to like angle for a promotion of some sort. So I wanted them to think that I was business minded. Never took a business class in my life, but I was like, yeah, I want to work in your finance department. You know, I started an MBA, so I do have a good foundation. So it was like it was a lie that I would kind of just use to angle. I'm sure I've used it with women that I thought were smarter than me. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, hey, yeah, you know, oh yeah, I totally get what you're saying about school. I don't,
this kid's got game.
Yeah.
he has mastered the hose.
I have 72 credits.
So what did you start your master's in?
I didn't. And it was an MBA.
MBA. Okay. So it's the MBA.
Yeah.
Typically
that's very surface, right?
Yeah.
Nobody really asks the specificity of a MBA. Like, oh, is it, hotel man? I don't know. It's the MBA.
Yes, dude, stop asking so many questions.
My dad got one, and I've never asked to see it.
Yeah.
I don't even think he really has it.
Yeah. Chip off the old block.
I don't really think, Dad, I think you're lying. I never have seen your MBA. You hang up the bachelor's.
Does he do any MBA-ish shit?
I mean, he did the family's taxes and shit.
Okay.
Like he was always like good with numbers, and he was a teacher.
Yeah.
But I think he wanted to. At one point, he was going to do like sales and stuff like that, but he realized he didn't have any ambition. And he would tell you the same. He was just like, "Fuck this! You mean I gotta like work? No, I'm gonna be a teacher, homeschool teacher, and get this pension. Call it a day."
Hell yeah. Get that pension.
Hell yeah, get that pension.
Yeah. Also, too, I feel like if you can angle your way through a company and get promoted through a company by telling lies, that should be
an invaluable skill.
It is an invaluable skill, but it should also be taught in colleges.
Yes. Why are we still studying? Learn how to lie.
Yeah.
I'm literally, all right, my sister's like trying to transition into a new career, right? She has a law degree. Mm-hmm. But that comes with only like a specific, background of like work habits and whatever. So I'm just like, just a lie. Like, what are you doing in the area? I just moved here. You've been here for 4 years. It doesn't matter. Just tell them you just moved here and you're looking to have a secondary. Make it, I don't know. Just lie. Lies always sound better than the truth.
Yeah, I feel like you should be able to get like a lying degree at a community college. Like a 2-year program.
Yeah.
But only you don't have to finish it.
Yeah.
You just lie about finishing the 2-year lying program.
That's how you get your degree.
Yeah. If you finish it, you have failed.
Yeah.
You're at the last day of class. It's like, I did all my homework. All right. F.
Yeah. Take this bachelor's and get the fuck out of my face, you loser.
The valedictorian finished day 3. Yeah. We stole the last teacher's class and just stole their paperwork.
Yeah, Sidney ain't even show up. He's got a doctorate.
He forged a doctor's note. Day 1. That's brilliant.
Yeah, there we go. Mm-hmm. That is throat chakra.
Mm-hmm. The throat chakra.
Yeah, and Courtney just started his master's.
Yeah,
he started his MBA.
I got 8 credits in.
I don't know how MBAs work. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm 8 credits in on an MBA.
I got the M.
Yeah, I got the M out.
Yeah.
Y'all worried about the BA. That's bullshit.
Nice. All right. Definitely a throat chakra popped. Mm-hmm. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. Y'all ain't got no buttons.
Ace, keep it moving.
All right. We are to the third eye. So we're out of the physical into the metaphysical. So Courtney, what's something that you've always thought of as separate, but as you've gotten older, you've realized it's really the same?
Damn.
I like the hand motions. I feel like that really helps solidify.
Yes.
Say it one more time.
So something you've always thought of as separate, but you've learned it's really the same.
Man. Something I always thought that was separate, but I've learned is really the same. That's tough. I feel like I'm killing it with the dead silence.
Yeah, well, so here's what we can do. Do you want an example of some of the answers that people gave for
Give me a
this?
thought, yeah.
Okay, so the first one that came to my mind is people will say friends and family. Like we had a person say friends and family, where he thought that friends were a lot different than family, but he realized as he got older that friends, he relied on his friends as family later on in life. So friends and family play the same role in his life.
Okay. Trying not to go like too far off the deep end.
Yeah, we don't want you to drown.
Use my pain for fodder. So.
Yeah, no, go off the deep end. This is
I'm a comedian. That was ominous.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm a comedian, and I'm also a guy who loves pussy. And you remember that lady was scared. Anyway. And I feel like one of the greatest analogies I ever made was to a guy I was trying to like yell at, honestly, but I was trying to do it nicely.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to tell him like, the way that we're structuring the day's events are whack, right? Because it's kind of like sex, right? Like you kind of want to, it would be better if you could boom, hit it once and like she's very happy or he's very happy versus hitting it 4 times of, moderate completion.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, I'm assuming as a man who's enjoyed sex, I would much rather 1 great orgasm than 4 hand jobs. Right. Mm-hmm. So, satisfying a crowd in the same way that you would want to satisfy a woman. So even when we're building our sets, it's like you don't want to necessarily just blow it out the water with the first joke, mm-hmm. right? Because now she's tired, she's sore. Yeah, I can't possibly do it again. So yeah, sex and entertainment are kind of the same in that you kind of want to build to a crescendo, and if you can meet several well-built crescendos within a session, then you have a great set. Or maybe some great sex.
Okay. So give me a second. Ansley, I'd like to apologize to you for my lack of attempts of crescendos. So
He's
sorry.
All set up, no punchline.
Never even considered it. But I'm glad you enjoy my comedic performances.
You got a type 4.
Yeah. All right. I think I can see that. Can you see that? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Maybe you could have explained that to that old lady. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make you come.
What I'm doing? Wait, I'm doing everything right now, and you are a tough cookie.
Have you ever come?
Have you ever laughed or come? Either.
Yeah. That's all right, that works.
Yeah.
It definitely works. Yeah.
It's popped.
That's a popped chakra. That's a popped third eye.
Popped third eye.
Yeah. You better protect that third eye with that answer. You don't want to get pink eye. So, all right, Ace, keep it moving.
All right, we are to the crown chakra. So it's a 2-part question. So Courtney, what is one thing that you can't give up and why? And what would giving it up mean?
One thing I can't give up and why. I can't give up, honestly, comedy and making people laugh. I can't give it up because it kind of is a huge part of me, and I feel like I joined a fraternity when I was in college, right? And one of the things that they make you do is kind of like they set you off separate from everybody. You can't talk to people. And they also, beat you, take your money and all that shit. But the worst part of it was me having to walk through spaces, hearing things, and wanting to add a punch or want to engage in a conversation and not being able to. That shit ripped my soul apart. You know what I mean? So, shit, I was.
They made you mind your business?
Yeah, they made me mind my business. Boy, I was so mad. I started smoking cigarettes. I'm like, just wanting to be like engaging in like a part of life, like in the way that I like to, which is, being funny or just being pleasant. Okay. That shit would tear me up.
Like how so? How so in also answering what would giving it up mean at the like?
I would definitely go into a deep depression. It would be like if I wasn't able to provide laughter or.
You notice what I didn't do when he said deep depression?
What?
Make a drowning joke.
I'm
maturing.
And yet here we are.
I needed credit.
Yeah.
All right.
It was just late. It was just like put right. It was a behind the back pass.
Deep depression. Yeah. Come on. But yeah, I mean, I would just, I don't think I would be able to, like, for instance, if I was just going to work at a, paper company, I'm working at this paper company every day and my life is, there's no hilarity ever in my, like, I have to go to TV for my ha-has. Ugh. You know what I mean? Just thinking of that boring life where I'm not saying what I want to say that I think is funny or that I think is, interesting. Like, it just, just being the boring TV dad, like being Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. Just ain't nothing funny.
You get that reference?
I'm familiar with the show. I've not really watched it though.
The dad, he's like,
okay.
He's always at work. He just goes to work, he comes home. He goes to work, he comes home.
Yeah.
Like that kind of scares me.
I didn't know anybody's names on that show but Chris.
Yeah.
We watched it. It was that show came on at a time when like a bunch of shows that didn't make it that were fun, but they all went like
Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie. Wait, no, Malcolm and Eddie was way before.
A little bit before.
Yeah. And then Oliver Bean, the little white boy. It was basically everybody. It was every show was Everybody Hates Chris, but with like different ethnicities.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There were like Asian. There was an Asian one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You don't remember this? Like
no.
it was. They all came out at the same time, and they all stopped at the same time. Like none of them made it out of 2 seasons.
Good.
It was insane. Yeah. It was pretty wild. But anyway, Courtney, that was it, man. How do you feel?
My belly button's sweaty. I don't know why. What chakra was that?
Yeah, I think that was the deep end chakra.
The deep end chakra.
Yeah. You got an innie or an outie?
I got an outie.
Oh, good.
What does that
You're not
mean?
going to collect sweat in there. It's not going to become like a
nah.
pool.
Honestly, I feel like my belly button changed like after high school. Like I lost a lot of body fat and it became a real outie. Like in high school, I was probably like 188 in high school. And then through college, being poor, I definitely got really low, down to like 160 something. And I remember my belly button was like, it popped right out.
Yeah. How much do you weigh now?
Like 170 on a great day.
Goodness gracious. I need to get my weight down.
Yeah.
I'm a heavy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you like?
It's solid.
6? Would you like 6 foot?
Thank you for saying that.
I couldn't.
Because here's the thing. He's 6 foot and we've stood next to each other plenty of
not
times.
6 foot.
He knows for a fact I'm not 6 foot. He has seen the top of my box.
It's respectful. All right.
Yeah. No, I'm 5'10".
Right.
I'm 5'10".
Right. 5'10" what? Like 215?
Also, thank you, but no. I'm like 180 floor, like 185.
You're 185?
I was 185 today.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but I'm also...
You know what? I I don't weigh guys well when they're under 6 foot, because this build on a 6 foot man is 210 at least. Those 3 inches make a difference.
Courtney, thank you so much for doing this podcast. I really appreciate it. We're going to hop over to the Patreon now, which, by the way, is $1. Gets you all of our exclusive content on the Patreon, which not only includes accounts to this podcast where we're going to enlighten Courtney's shadow self. He doesn't even know yet. But we also do some fight commentary and analysis on Ansley Jiu Jitsu matches. Courtney, do you have anything to promote?
Yeah, this weekend I'll be in Delaware. Don't Tell Delaware. I don't know what else. Oh, Ryan Foster's got a show at that sneaker shop, Suplex.
Okay. So
shop.
this will come out Sunday.
Never mind.
Yeah, okay, cool. And although after the summer ends and the Philly's Funniest Contest ends at Helium, Courtney does a weekly show at Helium every Thursday night at 10 p.m. called Nightcap. And it's a really fun show.
Absolutely. Shouts out to Foster. Shouts out to Brian Fennell, man. Everybody loves those guys, including me.
So I know what he needs to promote.
Yes. It's my agent.
Yeah. Are you sure I'm tall enough to be your agent?
You're actually short enough to be an agent.
Okay.
I got one more short joke before he kicks you out of his house.
All right. So we're going to hop over to the Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. We had a great time doing it. We love you so much, and we are out.
See ya.
To Chakra.